page, welcome to my channel. So I was tagged by Nat over at Nerdy Nat Reads to do the in and out book tag, and if you are not already subscribed to Nat, you need to be. She is my favorite booktuber and my best booktube friend, I would say, right now. She is just so kind, so sweet. She reads so many different books, and I'm always adding things to my wish list because of her, because of the way she talks about books, and I just absolutely love her. She is so supportive of me and just such a great friend. So thank you, Nat, for tagging me. I am super excited to do this one. I haven't read all of the prompts. I did watch your video though, but I have a bad memory, so I am going to go through all of these prompts and talk about if these things are in or if they are out. If this is a tag that you would like to do, I will put all of the questions down in the description. I will probably be tagging some people at the end, and I will also try and link the original creator as well as Nat's video in the description. Okay, first up, it says reading the last page first, and I personally think this is in. Only in certain circumstances though, because I sometimes just get so stressed out about how a book is going to end, and if somebody is going to make it out. I don't always love to be surprised by deaths or romantic pairings coming together, so I like to sometimes, when I'm feeling a little stressed out about how things will end, I go and I read at least the last paragraph. I don't always read the last page, but I'll read the last paragraph, but that's only in certain circumstances. For the most part, I do try and avoid it just because I don't want to be spoiled for a lot of books that I'm really enjoying, but if I'm either really not enjoying it or if I'm super stressed out about how it's going to turn out, I will read the last paragraph at least. Number 2 is enemies to lovers, and I don't like enemies to lovers, but I will say that this is in because there are some rare circumstances that I think it is done so well, especially in books like Red, White, and Royal Blue. I feel like that was just my perfect amount of enemies to lovers, where they're just kind of not friends, they are in a bit of a grudge, but then they find their way to each other. Or if it's happening in a book, it has to make sense, but not be in a creepy way, where I hated the hating game because the whole thing was that she didn't smile at him, and then he was just creepy and she was just creepy and they were just creepy together. Wasn't a fan of it in that way, but yes, I think it works in certain books, and in some books I will read it, but for the most part I hate it, but it is still in. Number 3 is dream sequences, and I think I like these. I don't mind it. I like when you don't know that you're in a dream and then everything changes and you realize, oh, that was a dream the whole time. I think that's kind of cool. But I will say that if so much is happening in that dream and a lot of the plot is taking part in that dream, and then they wake up and come out of it and none of it had really happened, that gets a little annoying. I don't think I like it that way, but I don't mind dream sequences. I think they're fun. I like dreams. I like talking about dreams. Number 4 is love triangles. No, I don't like those. No. You always know who it's gonna be, and if it's not done super well, which most aren't, one of the people just sounds so bleh and no one wants them, so why are they even in the book anyway? No love triangles. Number 5 is cracked spines, and I don't like cracked spines in anything other than my mass market paperbacks. I feel like those are meant to have cracked spines. They're supposed to look weathered and worn. They're just so tiny and flimsy, and you just gotta break the spine on those ones. But in hardcovers, no, absolutely not. I get in some paperbacks it's hard not to crack the spine, so I don't mind in those, but when a hardcover gets the spine cracked, don't like that. I don't like that. Number 6 is back to my small town. I would say that for me this is in, but it does bother me when people complain so much in stories about their hometown and not wanting to go back there and then end up settling there all happy at the end. So if you really just don't like your hometown, just don't go back. Always happens in romances, or they go back to a place that they never wanted to be, and then because of love they stay there, which I don't know, after a while wouldn't you just be annoyed with your hometown again? Doesn't change much, I'm sure. Number 7 is monsters are regular people. I think I like this because it's true. It's just real life. Some of the monsters in our world are real people, so I like seeing that come out in books. It's like very Scooby-Doo. Number 8 is no paragraph breaks. Absolutely not. I will stop reading a book if it doesn't have paragraph breaks. I have opened so many fan fictions to just see a wall of text and gone, nope, not even gonna give you a shot, because I cannot. If every other sentence has a break, I love it. I love it so much. I need that like mental cue that I can take a pause and also find my place if I get distracted and want to watch a TikTok video in the middle of reading something. So I need to be able to know where I left off on. If it's just a wall of text, no, that's awful. Don't do that. Number 9 is multi-generational sagas. I don't know if I've read any of these. I don't even know what that would entail, but I think that would be cool. Would that be like a different book following a different generation of person each one? I don't know. That sounds kind of interesting. Number 10 is rereading. Absolutely. All the time. I love comfort reads. You just have to go back to them and like live in that world and see those characters again and just feel all the fluffiness that is in a reread. Yes, absolutely. I have reread so many books this year already. Mostly TJ Klune. I'm sorry. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Number 11 is artificial intelligence. Yes, I love it. Skyward and in also Withered and Sierra by TJ Klune. I love the artificial intelligent creature robot things. I assume that that's what that counts as, right? I think it's cool. I don't know. Don't read enough sci-fi. Maybe if I read more sci-fi I'd be annoyed with it, but I don't read enough. The fuck's a drop cap? Number 12 is a drop cap? I have to Google that. What's a drop cap? Oh yeah, those fancy things. Yeah, I like those. I especially like the drop caps when they like have all the like fancy like swirls and whatnot. They're all very decorated, ornate, whatever looking, and then it goes on, especially if it's like a fantasy story. Love that. I think I've always thought that looks so fancy. Yes, I like those. Number 13, happy endings. Yes. If anyone ever says those are out, what kind of person are you? Do you want those to all be out? No. People need to have happy endings. It gives us hope. Things aren't always going to be so bad. Yes, absolutely happy endings. Yes. Number 14 is plot points that only converge at the end. Yes, I love this. I love reading a book knowing that something needs to line up to get all of the characters together and then figuring out what it is at the end. 5th season did that, blew my mind. I love it. I think it's just so much fun to try and figure out how they're going to meet up in the end, and then when they do, it's like, yes, we got there. We finally Avengers assembled. So yes, I like that. Number 15 is detailed magic systems. This is a no for me because I hate extra detail. It is something with the ACOTAR book that I have just recently read. I hate so much description. Just give me like a little things here and there, sprinkle more as we go, but when you just tell me everything at once, I don't remember and I don't care. I need light descriptions so I can make things up in my mind as we go, and then you can correct me when I'm wrong later as it pertains to the story, but heavily detailed magic just sounds like it's going to be a lot of description. I don't want it. I don't want it. Just give me a simple, like, poof, I can make something pop up right here. Poof. Number 16 says classic fantasy races. Is this like vampires, werewolves, fairies, things like that? Because if so, sure. I like them still. Why not? Number 17 is Unreliable Narrators, and I still think that this is in. It's so interesting to read a story from somebody's perspective and then be super unreliable and you not know what's going on, and especially if you get other point of views and hear how they viewed things to be, or if you get like an actual, what is it, omniscient narrator who corrects you on this correct sequence of events or whatnot. It is interesting just to like follow somebody and see things through their mind and how they want you to view it, and so the mystery can stay there the entire book. I like it. It's smart. It's a smart move in most books. Number 18 is Evil Protagonist. I honestly don't think I've read a lot of books with that, but it sounds really awesome, especially if you go back to the past one where you have the unreliable narrator, where you think that person is going to be the good guy all along, but then they turn out that all along they've been the bad guy. That would be awesome. If there's any books like that, let me know. I kind of want to read that now. I'll just drop my entire TBR and just read those. No, I won't. I have so much to read. Number 19 is The Chosen One. I still like it. I still think it's fun. It's just, you know what's gonna happen, and you know that they're gonna be grumpy about having to be the chosen one, but in the end they're gonna come out the other side. I don't know. I think it's still fun. Number 20, When the Protagonist Dies. Yes, I wish it happened in Ember of the Ashes series. It's interesting if an author can go there and actually kill off the character that you are pretty sure they've lived with the longest, that they've had in their mind for years and years, that they have put on paper and put their heart into, and they were like, I'm sacrificing you for the sake of the plot. That's interesting. That's interesting. Number 21, really long chapters. I don't like them, but TJ Klune loves them, so I'm resigned. But he does have lots of like breaks in between, so it helps move the story forward, I guess. But oh man, sometimes I'm one of those people who cannot put the book down for the night until I've hit a chapter. I have to. Even if there's like a chapter break inside the chapter itself, I can't put it down. I have to wait until the chapter is over. So when it's a 50-page long chapter, I'm staying up until 3 in the morning to get to that end of the chapter, so then I can wake up and read the next chapter in the morning. No, I don't like it, but I deal with it. Number 22 is French flaps, and if those are the ones that are inside of paperbacks, I think they're so dumb. Why are they there? Except to be like a bookmark that you can use, like wrap it around the book. I don't like it. Number 23 is Deckled Edges, and I think that those are still really pretty. I don't know, I like them in certain books. I think it just adds a little bit of character, makes them look old and weathered. I like it. Number 24 is signed copies by authors. Who wouldn't like that? If you have a book that has your author's signature in it, even if you don't like that author, it's just cool to have that book signed by the person who wrote it. I don't know. Is that something that's out? Number 25 is dog earing pages. Yes, only if it's something that you want to remember. That's how I do it. If there is a paragraph or a phrase or something that is on that page, I will highlight it and I will dog ear it so that I can go back to it. But to dog ear just for bookmarks, I don't like that, because I don't like when the pages get crinkled and ruined. So unless it's for a purpose, don't dog ear. And the last one is having chapter titles instead of numbers. As long as the chapter title comes with a number, so then I know what chapter I'm on. So if I'm buddy reading it with somebody, I don't have to like type out a long chapter title. I can say I'm on chapter 16 and they know what chapter 16 is too. All right, that is it for the In and Out book tag. Thank you so much, Nat, for tagging me. Hello, I am editing and realized that I never tagged anybody. So I am officially tagging Robin Reeds and Randy Lynn. They are such wonderful, kind people. They are just super nice to talk to. They make really great videos. So I'm putting their information in the description. Please go check them out and support them. But you two are both officially tagged. Let me know if you all agree or disagree with some of these, or if you don't have the mental energy to come up with a comment, just leave a moon. Just leave a moon emoji, anyone. That way I know that you want to comment, but it's, you know, sometimes it's just hard to think of what to say. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.